Hi everybody, it's been a very long time since I've made a video, mainly because I feel like I just didn't have anything worth making a video of. So in the attempt to get back on track with it, I thought today I would just film, sorry, sun's coming out just about over there, I would attempt to film sort of just what's going on, and hopefully I can edit together something that's kind of maybe interesting. Well, at least it'll show you what my day's about. I have got work this afternoon at 4 o'clock, so it'll only be what I can manage to do this morning, but it'll be fairly typical of, so today is a Saturday, so it'll be fairly typical of a Saturday morning for me. At the minute I am drinking a coffee whilst sat out with the sheep. I popped the sheep onto some fresh grazing yesterday. Not that they particularly needed fresh grazing, I'm just trying to keep on top of the grass. As you can see, my sheep are a little bit on the fat side. So they're on fresh grazing, but I didn't last night. Don't know, hang on. Let me just turn the camera around. Right, there we go. So the sheep are in their fresh grazing, all chilled. But what I didn't do last night is, I don't know if you can see the fence line down there, I didn't strim where I put the new fence. So what I hope to do this morning is get my strimmer running, and cut a track down this side and a track down the other side, and then move the fence onto the track, because that's just better for everything, because there's loads of shorts at the minute with every bit of grass and every weed that's touching the fence. What I'll probably do whilst I've got the strimmer out is I'll tidy up a few patches of nettles that have grown, and then there's some trees that were put in by Artistraw Cider, who are the lovely Lydia and Tom that take the apples from the orchard and turn it into beautiful cider. They planted a few fresh trees where some trees had died, and they are mulched down with an area with cardboard, but I'll probably just take back, 'cause there's some nettles popping up near them because it's an area that's had a fallen tree lying on for a bit, so it tends to grow weeds. So I'll knock those nettles back to help the trees out, because the sheep haven't eaten those nettles. Yeah, so that's one of the jobs, and we'll see what else unfolds today. Okay, so change of plans. I have tomatoes that need to go in the greenhouse, so I'm going to be sorting that first. Sorry, it's spilling a watering can. Yeah. I'm going to put the tomatoes in the ground and then do the strimming. We've got Gin Dog out to help me. I'm sure she'll be a very good assistant. So I will crack on and get that little job done. finished planting the tomatoes. The greenhouse is hot. It's 9:30 in the morning, and I haven't got a thermometer in the greenhouse, but I have one just on the table outside it, and it's reading 25 degrees. This garden is excellent for warmth because it's a little sun trap, but it makes working in the greenhouse during the day a bit tough. So the tomatoes are watered, and I put in a row of prairie fire peppers as well, which I just had. I sowed some seed from last year, from last year's peppers, and they all germinated, which I wasn't expecting, so I had loads of peppers. So I'm just finding gaps for them. I think everything that's going in the ground in the greenhouse is gone, bar I've got one gap, sort of a row, but I think I might just put basil or something like that there. Ginny Bum, come on, come on, get off the potatoes. Thank you. Sorry, Jen's just walking on the potatoes. What you doing? What you doing? Right, so I'm going to go in the house, take Jen back in, and I need to attempt to sort out the strimmer because currently it's got the brush cutting blade on it, and I want to have the string on it. So I shall go get on that. Right, so it is about 10:30 and I've got the strimmer sorted, so I'm going to fire up the strimmer and then I'm going to trim down the fence lines and then hopefully, if I've still got enough energy in me, move the fences onto the fence line. First thing I'm going to do though is turn off the electric fence because I don't want to accidentally touch it whilst I'm strimming. That's me done with strimming for a little bit because this side was the easy side. They've already grazed off this, so I'm just trimming it down. That side hasn't been touched yet. So I've got to, well, you saw probably where I stopped. I don't know if the camera's pointing that far. So I've probably got about 3/4 left to do of that side. But in the meantime, I'm going to go swap my safety glasses for some sunglasses. And I think to move this fence, I might need a lump hammer just to get the posts in the ground. Because when I was putting that one up, the ground is surprisingly hard, even though there's a lot of cover on it. So yeah, and then I shall move this fence out, and then hopefully by the time I've done that I've rested enough to crack on and do the rest of the strimming. Sorry guys, I didn't notice when you fell over, so we'll find out when I edit how much actual footage there is of me fencing. But hopefully, well, I say hopefully, it's not exciting stuff, but hopefully you'll be able to see a bit more as I head down there. That's one side done. God, it's getting warm out here. I need to ideally strim across the hedge line because otherwise the grass will be on that bit of the fence, and then start doing the other side. I don't know what the time is. I'll have a look and see what the time is and then decide what I'm doing. I'll either, I don't know, strim the rest of this and then think about moving the fence, or I'll just strim that top bit, do the top bit and move the fence out as far as I've got so far. Or potentially I might do none of that, reconnect the fencer and then go in the house and do something in the cool until I finish work. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, now stop beating your sister up, okay? Right, so I made the decision it is too hot. It's only 25 degrees, which for American people, or I should say Fahrenheit people, is just under 80 degrees, sort of
75-ish, around there. But I don't need to do it now. It can either be done tomorrow morning when it's cool or this evening when I get back from work. So we've come back to the house. Oh, I didn't really want kisses, didn't I? No. This is Tally, by the way, and this one's Gin Dog. It's midday, so, and that you can hear inside is Bex. Yeah, so it's midday, so I'm gonna have some lunch. I might even get the laptop out and start editing this video. And then, like I said, I'm off to work this afternoon, so at some point I will have to degrind myself and have a shower and get ready for work. So by the time I've done that, I'm probably not actually going to do anything else terribly interesting today. So yes. Well, I haven't really done anything interesting.